Pretty spicy brews for his first 2 draft decks today, and that actually got him all the way to top 8. He lost his first 2 rounds of Swiss yesterday.
Oh, wow.
Ran it up. That's why his tiebreakers were in the dumps, but here we are.
That's a lot of straight wins, though.
Absolutely.
Oh, this pack is not good.
This is a junker.
Yeah.
Is he forced to take Dragon's Eye Savants here?
Yeah, normally if someone told me they first picked a Dragon's Eye Savant, I would say they're probably forcing some control shark type that they shouldn't be forcing.
Yeah.
There are no good cards in this pack.
I mean, there's a throttle. Like, do you consider the throttle here?
Yeah, no, I like the Dragon's Eye out of this pack.
Jeez.
I mean, you know how Sam was ecstatic to first pick Siege Rhino? Neil Oliver should be extremely angry that he's first picking Dragon's Eye Savant, but I think it's the right pick out of that pack.
All right, well, let's see where it goes from here.
Right.
Okay. Uh-oh. Wow, lots of good stuff out of this pack,
Yeah.
but immediately pulls Secret Plants to the front. How deep are you willing to go, Neil Oliver?
There's not a blue card, really. So if he was going to take one of the better cards in this pack that was one color, it would probably be Savage Punch, which would put him in a blue-green anyway.
Uh-huh.
I mean, obviously, you know, maybe you go on a sea green.
Yes, here we go. Secret Plans it is.
Maybe you go on a sea green and have to drop blue, and that's no travesty since your blue is a Dragon's Eye Savant. So me, I probably wouldn't take the Secret Plan there. I would probably take the Savage Punch or the Aerostorm.
I'm glad it's him down there and not you, because I want to see where this goes from
I mean,
here.
there's nothing wrong with the Secret Plans. I just think it's a little bit too committing.
You would take the punch?
I would probably take the punch there, yeah.
What do you think his chances are of getting the Secret Plants back if he takes the punch?
It just depends. That card, like you said, varies so much and how much people like it.
Well, this worked out for him. Ice Feather Aven next must be nice.
Sure, but if he takes the punch, it's pretty much still working out for him. It's just, you know.
But this is even better, right?
Yeah, oh yeah. I mean, Ice Feather
It's
Aven,
a morph on color, and it's the best. It's the best on color morph outside of Sagumar.
Yeah, Ice Feather Aven's great. I mean, he's happy with his third pick. I'm guessing he's happy with his second and third pick.
Second and third too.
And I will grant, Secret Plans does go well with Dragon Eye Savant. Mm-hmm. I mean, especially well.
Absolutely.
So I mean, if you get it early,
so
you can prioritize the cheap morphs. You first picked the Dragon's Eye Savant that you were forced to. You didn't force that. So I mean, I can respect the Secret Plans pick there. I don't know that's what I would do, but I can respect it.
I'm in.
The problem is, it's going to look good now if he goes and plays blue-green morph Secret Plans.
He pulled the banner to the front.
No, he's going to take Force away here, please. Please take Force away here.
Don't worry.
But what I was saying was, his pick's going to go on to look good if he gets to play blue-green Secret Plans. But like, if you take the Savage Punch, you can come off blue. I mean, your blue is a Dragon's Eye Savant. So like, maybe you go on to see more green and draft a nice green-black or Obzon deck or whatever, and you know, you're not necessarily able to do that when you take Secret Plans over Savage Punch.
It is a definite push towards a certain direction now.
And he's getting there. I mean, it looks like he's seeing blue-green.
Yeah, I mean, it's not hard to get to that direction, right? Like, you need morphs.
Sure, but it's not just can he turn on Secret Plans. I mean, color-wise.
Color-wise,
he's seeing
too,
blue-green. He got a third pick Ice Feather Aven. He's gone on to see blue and green cards almost every pick.
Sure.
That didn't have to happen.
Absolutely.
This will be interesting. I definitely wouldn't Winter Flame. He's not even red yet. I think Crippling Chill or, well, I guess I wouldn't take the Swiftwater Cliffs for the same reason. Though, if I was going to take a red card, viewing Swiftwater Cliffs and Winter Flame as red, I would probably take the Cliffs. Because if you're blue-green with a light red splash, I'm not that interested in splashing for Winter Flame.
Okay.
If I'm a 2-color blue-red beatdown deck, I love a Winter Flame. If I'm a blue-green deck with a light red splash, I might splash Winter Flame if I have 5 sources, but I don't care.
It's not a priority for you at all. And here's Abomination of Gadul. Oh my God, is he going to get that
His deck looks
Villainous
good.
Wealth?
Does he want the Villainous Wealth?
He is now in Sultai.
But he's more of a tempo-ish deck. He's got a Force Away and an Ice Feather Aven.
But these Secret Plans decks usually play out more like a control deck where you try to grind them out.
Do you need to have Villainous Wealth after you've drawn 5 extra cards? You just win the game with all those extra cards at that point.
We'll see.
We'll
leave it up to Neil.
I think that whether or not, even if this is Sultai, I think this is a blue-green morph deck with Secret Plans, drawing extra cards, tempo, flyers. I don't think this is a Villainous Wealth deck.
All right. We will find out shortly. So the reason why I'm bringing that up is because we saw that when we watched Sam Black draft, that there was a Villainous Wealth floating around the table somewhere.
I know this is going to pain some people, but just because Villainous Wealth is in the draft does not mean somebody has to be the Villainous Wealth deck.
That's not how that works?
No, it is okay if everybody just drafts, more conventional decks.
Here's a nice pickup, a Kin Tree Warden for his deck. Now, obviously the card itself, not a super high power level card, but it morphs for very cheap, only green mana to turn it up, and that's something that you want to do when you've got secret plans.
And the nice thing about, this being like, quote unquote, the secret plans deck, if you're this early, he still has 2 more packs to get another secret plans or a Trail of Mystery.
Totally.
So, the deck really can get there hard. And there's nothing wrong with a lot of these cards on their own either.
What do you think? What do you think about the idea of going for? I mean, it's a powerful strategy, right? It does have to come together for him. Like, this could go horribly awry for him, but he's moved hard in a direction and is hoping to get rewarded. Is that the kind of thing that you need to do? Talk to you wanted the Archer there?
No, the Krumar Bondkin, I think.
Oh, Bondkin, okay.
Yeah, because he does have an Abomination of Good Duel. He didn't really see any red. I think I would much rather just take the Krumar Bondkin there than a Temur Charm. I don't think Temur Charm offers him a whole lot.
The Temur Charm?
Temur Charm. Even if he ends up Temur, does he really want to splash for Temur Charm when he's not like straight 3? Is that
no, a Temur Charm seems to be the worst of it, yeah.
Super situational.
You need it at the right time exactly, and if you don't, the window closes pretty quickly.
Sorry, but you were saying something about like going into decks?
Yeah, so he decided to take the higher risk route here, right? Like he could have taken the Savage Punch, kept his options more open, and kind of looked over things. But he's like, I'm going to take this plans, and he's clearly moving in on the secret plans plan.
Yeah.
What do you think about that? You're in the top 8. You're going to need a good deck to get through a stacked top 8 like this. Do you like taking on some extra risk in the draft?
Not really.
Portion?
I think that logic is kind of flawed. I think that good decks have the same potential to 3-0. Like, not the same potential as getting there with the great decks, but the thing is, you win a lot of matches because your opponents don't have great draws and stuff, and then you win matches because the cards just line up well. You don't need to do the better thing every game, every round to win. And I think if you took the win percentage from, trying to get there and getting there some of the time hard and failing other of the times, and just having a good deck every draft, I think you get a higher win percentage by having a good deck every draft.
Okay.
And I think that includes round 3 against the other 2-0 deck, round 2. Like, I think in total, in the aggregate.
You just do that all the time.
If you do that all the time, I think you get more 3-0s. Or not more 3-0s necessarily, but you get a better win percentage.
Okay.
You win more of your total matches.
Now, yeah, it's interesting because
you probably actually get more 3-0s too, to be honest, because like all you have to do is get a little lucky in the one round where your opponent had a better deck than yours or something if your deck's good. Whereas, sure, when your deck's great, you're going to 3-0 with that deck more, but then you have all the times your deck is awful and you can't 3-0 because you're not going to get lucky 3 straight rounds,
Totally. All right, so here's a Mystic of the Hidden Way, though, to kick things off. Now, I was told that when we were bringing the video in, there was a couple of tech issues here in the second pack, so we're going to actually end up missing a couple of the picks. So what we'll do is we'll try to pay attention to what's happening, and we'll take a look when he picks it up to go through the deck after.
And Mystic, it varies a lot, I think, in people's evaluations of it. I think it's good. I don't think it's great. I've heard some people call it the best blue common. I think
there's a large group of people that think that.
I think Force Away is the best blue common, but I have no problem with the Mystic of the Hidden Way. I'll take it fairly early. I'm happy to play it. Like I said, I see his deck is kind of tempo-y, secret plans, Mystic of the Hidden Way is a good
there was
card.
the picks that we missed, by the way, because there's only like 10 cards in this pack, and he was only on his second. So there's a Villainous Wealth. He does bring it to the front, but I think he's going to take the land.
He should take the land.
Yeah.
He clearly has the potential to splash a third color, whether it ends up being red or black. And, the Thornwind Falls is going to make it either way because it's a blue-green land.
Yeah, it's just the dream land for him, too, so he can get the turn 2 secret plans as often as possible as well.
He should certainly take that.
Yeah, and he makes a disciplined play here. I mean, he wants to go deep, but this does look much more like a secret plans deck than the decks he's had previous.
Yeah.
He's on that plan, not on Villainous Wealth.
Believe me, I've got no problem with the secret plans. It's a good card. Just the question is, is it good enough to take second pick over Savage Punch before you're blue-green when you don't really have colors to commit you yet? There's nothing wrong with secret plans and a lot of morphs in a blue-green deck. That's a good deck.
Yeah.
That's not some crazy off-the-wall strategy or something.
Right. All right, let's see what Neil picks up here. Oh, it's interesting that the red's sort of calling to him, but
the red?
Yeah, he's got there's a mind swipe back there. Because he took the Temur Charm. Like, he seems to be interested in red for some reason.
We obviously don't know someone's picks. I think Dismal Backwater is better than the red cards.
Oh, for sure. Like, I think he should be straight up in what's it called? In Sultai. Yeah.
Yeah, I thought that pick was going to be between Becoming Immense and the Dismal Backwater because, he could just be 2-color blue-green, and his deck is kind of tempo, and Becoming Immense could be good for him.
That's interesting if he just goes straight 2 colors. He's going to take the long shot squad here.
I mean, he's already got the Abomination of Gadul, and he's got Thornwind Falls, so I could definitely see a light black splash.
Okay.
And I probably like that Dismal Backwater pick. I'm not sure every pick he has, and I think it's a close pick.
Yeah, but the Temur Charms going to be in the board in your mind.
It's not a good splash card.
Yeah, I know. I don't like it that much either.
I'll splash a Crater Claw, and it doesn't even have to be that broken. I'll splash a Snowhorn Rider. But, I mean, you finally get your red for Teamer Charm. I mean, a lot of times you want to use it as a counterspell. You have to have it available right away.
Right. All right, so here's the pick here for Neil. There's a banner there, but he's going to take, what was that, Stubborn Denial.
Yeah, and that can be a good sideboard card.
Sure. He wants to be able to beat the guy with Villainous Wealth. Right?
Disdainful Stroke, another good sideboard card. That's a card I actually like. I think it's quite undervalued. I don't like to start it because sometimes my opponents are Mardu aggro, but I love to board it in against a lot of these decks full of powerful spells.
What do you think of Roar of Challenge? That's what he took.
I mean, it's
okay, right?
It's a sideboard card, but I would definitely take Disdainful Stroke.
What's it good against?
If your opponent doesn't have instants. Basically, if your opponent can never 2-for-1 you, if you can just play it on your turn and get in a good attack and eat something with Indestructible or whatnot.
I mean, what deck doesn't play instants?
Well, some people just don't have them. It's not necessarily a strategy that's instantless. Maybe you play a long game or two against your opponent and you see he just has 1 or 0 instants over 2 long games. So you say, okay, I'll just bring in this Roar. I think it'll be good against him, you know? It's fine.
It does have a high ceiling. There's no doubt about that.
If the game's going to stalemate and they don't have instants, then it can be a very powerful card. That's a specific scenario, but it does come up.
Let's see if we can figure out what he picked in this second pack. So right there, that, and then he picked up a Monastery Flock after that, and then another secret plan. So he got there.
Wow, and a Ruthless Ripper.
And a Ruthless Ripper
too. I mean, granted, you have to reveal a black card, and he's going to play like 4.
Which is going to be tough, but still, wow. So he got there.
Oh yeah, his
the
deck
double secret plans deck. BDM's grinning very widely over there. Heavy blue-green base. He's going to be splashing black.
Good mana, good curve, good synergy.
This deck's sweet.
This is a great deck.
So what's the dream for him? You're going to look at all the playables he has here. He's trying to set up for the next turn, and what they're usually thinking about, at least what I'm thinking about when I'm in this time draft spot, is what do I need?
Well,
like, what do I need right now?
I don't think he needs anything. I think that his deck has good mana and a good curve, a good synergy. I don't think he needs anything. I think he needs more of the same.
Okay.
He wants to pick, I mean, obviously there's dream scenarios like Sagu Mauler,
sure.
Trail of Mystery, Third Secret Plans. You know, I think he'd be happy if he can just pick up the good cards in these colors. Savage Punches, Force Aways.
All right, he has Savage Punch or Thornwood Falls in this pack, I believe.
Not even looking at Savage Punch. I mean, his guys aren't big, but some of them, you know, will probably unmorph and have 4 power.
He's going to want to interact,
Grizzly,
yeah.
Mandrills. And he already has so many 3-drops with all the morphs.
Yeah, Wind Scout, I'm not a big fan of that.
Yeah, I don't get this pick. I would take Savage Punch. I understand Savage Punch is not amazing in his deck. It's not going to be on all that often, but I would still take Savage Punch.
I would take Thornwood Falls over the Wind Scout too, though.
Yeah, I agree. The Wind Scout's offering him nothing. I mean, he has a good curve. He has tons of 3-drops. I don't know why he needs this Wind Scout.
Interesting.
Yeah, I like Savage Punch there. And I agree with you. I like Thornwood Falls over Wind Scout there. But he just wants good quality cards. If he can get Ice Feather Aven, Savage Punch, you know, any of the rares, obviously, that's basically what he's looking to get there.
Oh, how about that rare?
And that's a perfect rare for him. He's going to draw cards.
It has Morph, too.
Right, and he's going to draw cards with a double secret plan, so he'll get up to land 7, non-morph it.
Wow.
Yep.
What a great pickup for Neil Oliver here. This deck is really coming together for him. So interesting to note here, Ben, we've watched Sam Black and Neil Oliver draft, and they've both been right in their slot.
Yeah, and it's not fun for me, but I mean, I like both their drafts. I mean, I might not end up with this exact deck because I might have took that Savage Punch over that Secret Plan second pick. But
well, Neil looks like a genius. He got there.
He got there. And if you teleport me into this draft with the Secret Plan second, I would draft it very similar to how Neil drafted it after that. I just wouldn't have leaned red necessarily the way he did. I think maybe there were some blue and green cards and some Soul Tech cards, and he could have maybe took over a few of those red cards.
Okay, well, here's a Soothsayer or a Crippling Chill for him. It does look like he's quite the slowdown deck here. Usually Crippling Chill's best in an aggressive deck, but you can use it to keep some heat off you and kind of fill up your yard, but
I mean,
it's not maximized in that spot.
I like both these cards. It depends on his mana. I'm not sure how many sources of black he's going to comfortably have. With the double secret plans to draw cards, if he's going to have 4 or more sources of black, I think I'd probably take the Soothsayer. If he's going to look at 3 or 2, like a real light splash, then I would take the Crippling Chill.
Yeah. Yeah, Soothsayer's sweet, but it's not like he's going to be want for drawing cards here in an ideal situation, at least.
No, but it does help you find your best cards. I mean, even with 2 secret plans, you're not going to have one every game. So maybe you make a couple morphs to drop the Soothsayer and find the secret plans off the Soothsayer, and then you get to the on-morphing and the drawing cards.
Right.
I know you're not counting on everything going like that, but, you know,
Hey, that's what the deck's supposed to do.
Yeah, maybe you had to face up one of your walls, like your Monastery Flock or your Dragon-Eye Savant, and then your Soothsayer's another 2/5, you know, another good blocker, what I'll call a wall, even though it's not a wall in any way, shape, or form.
Sure.
And then after that, you can play your secret plans and you know, start unmorphing other things and drawing cards.
Right. So another Mystic of the Hidden Way, excuse me, for Neil Oliver here is another really nice pickup for his deck. Again, any of the morphs that cost less than 5 are pretty high priority for you, and now he's going to get a Thornwood Falls out of this pack too. So this is just coming together really nicely for him.
His deck was good going into this pack, and it stays good. I would say this pack went okay for him, not exceptionally.
Sure.
He got 1,000 wins, but you know he didn't
That's
get
exceptional.
That's exceptional, but he didn't get bombarded with broken cards. He didn't see Saga Mauler, and he didn't get Ice Feather Aven again, even though he does have one from pack 1. You know, he didn't really get Abomination of Gadul even yet or anything. So I would say this pack is about on par.
Okay.
Whereas the previous 2 packs both went exceptional for him.
Yeah, you can certainly imagine scenarios where this went a lot worse, but also better.
Right.
I like his deck.
Oh, his deck's great.
Would play. All right, well, there's a Smoke Teller and another Crippling Chill.
Yeah, this just comes down to if he has 2 drops. I'm not really sure that he has any, so he might want the Smoke Teller.
He's just going to take the pet. He's clearly concerned about not having enough morphs. He wants critical mass of morphs. It feels like he has it, but you know he does need to continue to fill that out.
I was going to say,
he's just going to take the pet.
I don't know his morph count. Obviously, with double secret plans, I agree. Look at this, late Dragon's Eye Savants.
Yeah.
That's a nice pick.
That's a great pickup.
But as far as whether that Sidisi's pet is the right pick there or not, it really just comes down to his morph count. You know, if he's on 7, then I like that pick. If he's on 11, then I don't.
Right.
I don't know. I haven't been counting his morphs. It feels like he has enough.
It does feel like it, but it's easy to feel like that in the first 2 packs and then sort of trail off on it and start taking Hooting Mandrills and stuff and realize you've only got 8.
Yeah.
Which is okay, but you know, you really do want to maximize here. And there's a Sultai Charm pretty late too. That's a nice pickup for him.
Yeah, and this is the same situation as before. If he's going to have, you know, let's say 4, 5, 6 black sources, then I like that pick. If he's only going to have 3 or 2 and it's going to be a really light splash, I'll just pick up the Awaken the Bear.
Oh, really?
I don't really love Awaken the Bear in his deck because his deck's going to be defensive and winning with card advantage a lot of games, but you might board it in against a bigger creature deck. And I don't think Sultai Charm is a playable card if you're on 3 black sources or 2 black sources. It's too situational and it's just not that amazing. The thing about the charms, a lot of them, like, they're really good if you're straight 3 producing 8/8/8, but if you can't cast them when you want to cast them, they're not just like amazing late game cards. It's not like
I mean, Sultai Charm's a decent one. Like, destroy target monocolor creature is going to be good at most stages of the game.
Yeah, but a lot of the creatures aren't going to be monocolored, and what if they traded off their big monocolored creature already, and now they have some small one in play?
Sure.
That's not a good card.
No.
The fact that your Sultai Charm can still have a target doesn't make it good.
No, it does not.
You need to be able to kill their Woolly Loxodon when they unmorph it, you know, or kill their, you know, their cheap Outlast uncommon that they, you know, powered up once and then started hitting you with.
Sure.
You know, being able to play Sultai Charm towards the end of the game, it's just not a great card. It's an okay card.
It's going to vary a lot.
Yeah.
All right, so that's going to do it for the Neil Oliver draft here, though. And it looks like he's got a good deck. Sam Black has a good deck, so I'm expecting some fireworks here.
Yeah.
And often what you'll see is when the players sort of all get in their lane, then other players